But yes, welcome everyone, welcome all boys and girls, welcome to this new playthrough of this new indie game, this new game I found. It's a spooky game. It's called Withering Looms. So it's actually I think it came out. It's a pretty interesting roguelite game with some meta elements and a very interesting story. Where we play is a young lady who wakes up in a dream world inside an asylum and must find her way back into the real world. Prologue. Mustin Gatehouse, 1892. In a dream, Nightingale is sent to Mustin Private Asylum by her father. New patients must spend their first night in the gatehouse for observation. It is there that Nightingale first awakens in the dream. Well, there she is, our protagonist, Nightingale. Let's see, some furniture can be interacted with by pressing A. No tools. We got standard difficulty, narrative. Let's say standard, please. Now let's check some of these drawers. Strange coin, treasure. 2 coins. A curious coin with a cross. It's not clear what metal it's made from. Has a subtle iron scent. Who needs money in a dream? As the weeks dragged on and my own motivation to help the guests play out their fantasies waned, I began to understand. A coin is a favor stored for later. Can I open this door? Alright. Let's close the doors behind us. A corpse in a cage. It's blocking a hole in the wall. Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, you are not welcoming. Let us sneak in here. A glance for the clock. There's a keyhole on the front. A special placement log. 24 February 1891. Patient Millie Ermwood, age 13. Symptoms? Pending. Epilepsy, inappropriate behavior. May, let's see here. May 1891. Patients Emma. Bainon, age 14. Symptoms pending. Fires. Inappropriate behavior. 1st of March 1892. Patient Becca Mason, age 15. Symptoms pending. Disagreeableness, headaches. Let's see. 6th of September 1892. Patient Nightingale Williams, age 15. Symptoms pending. Let's see here. Well, not much to do except do this and that. Sorry, had to adjust a few things. Let's open the door, shall we? Well, there's not much to this location. I mean, there's a few things here and there, I guess.
What to do? What to do? Where am I?
Okay, they don't look friendly at all.
So many years. Forgot to set the traps. has it been?
Oof, okay, here they come.
Peter?
Ooh.
Priscilla?
Oh god, he has a belt strapped to his leg. Let me just take that key. Gatehouse key. The key to the front door of the mansion's gatehouse. Daffyd, did you misplace the key again? I should nail it to your backside, you absolute pellock. I think this game must be pretty bullish. Father, Daffyd's mind is literally decaying, but he can still be of use. To keep him from wandering the grounds, I've locked the gatehouse door. I nailed the spare key into his back in case you need it. You have to be sneaky. As an additional safeguard, I've cast a spell on the front of the garden mansion. No undead may pass through. If you're out there, check for the glowing white sigil above the doorway to make sure it's still working. Your ever busy daughter, Margaret. We also have an option to see typeface. Good. So, no. Well, with that key, we can just go in here. Let's close that, shall we? So this is the outside, huh? Cool. Yeah, pretty nice, very nice. We can hide just about anywhere really in this game. And so much more. Hold on, let me peek. Actually, I think this place is more welcoming. Lead wax, crafting occult. Wax colored with matter. Used for ingredient in the production of spells. Blood is her mortar. Blood is her mortar. What that means. Okay, everyone's looking at me. Chocolate cake, healing item. Slightly stale chocolate cake. Still delicious. 75% health. You look lost. First time in the dream? I'm Becca. Oh, she's from the medical report. Okay. I'm afraid you've stumbled into something you probably shouldn't have. We're having a sort of celebration to welcome a new member of our little club. You see, we're witches. In the daily waking world, there's no magic. But here, magic is real. I'm sure it's so terribly confusing. You need to go talk to the first witch. She's our leader. You'll find her up ahead by the fireplace. Just answer any questions she has truthfully, and I'm sure everything will be fine. Oh, and feel free to grab a slice of cake. It's delicious. Can I talk to anyone else? Okay, yeah, it's just the same dialogue. Witches, huh? You are not supposed to be here. Are you a patient here at Mustang Private Asylum? Yeah. Did you come from the gatehouse? Yes. You made all the way here with no assistance? No? Liar? Liar! Oh! That was quite the ending, huh? But that was only the beginning. Chapter 1. Marston House, 1892. In a dream. The pain of the flame subsides as Nightingale loses consciousness. She awakens in a strange bedroom within Marston House, still in the dream. We're back here again. In the dream. I don't have a key for those clocks. Cleaver? Weapon. An old kitchen cleaver, generally used for hacking. through thick cuts of meat. Not no. Okay, so it says normal 4 physical damage, 1 bleeding buildup, 6 poise, impact, and heavy. 8 physical damage, 3 bleeding buildup, and 12 poise impact. Okay. I use weapons to strike back. Heavy attack, bonus. It's like the mech of a heavy attack. To dodge back while moving. To blow. Oh, I can't. Can I peek? I can't even do that. Let me just keep smacking this. Whoa! Hello. I'm terribly sorry if I frightened you by just appearing like that. I like to observe new arrivals to make sure they're not violently deranged before allowing them out of their room. I am Margaret Blackett, and I share administration of this asylum with my father, Dr. Robert Blackett. Your name is Nightingale, isn't it? Let me first deeply apologize to you for being set on fire as soon as you arrived here. I assure you the responsible party has been severely reprimanded. I'm not familiar with your case history, but you may be wondering if this is all a delusion. I can assure you it is not. You've been drawn into a phenomenon unique to Marston House. It's a sort of dream or nightmare. Weeks will pass here during a single night in the real world. I'm sure you have questions. I'll answer as best as I'm able. Well, okay, escaping. The methodology for waking up from the dream is not well understood. Some wake with ease, with only a vague memory of what occurred here. Others are trapped indefinitely, their comatose bodies slowly rotting in the real world. Dying in the dream provides no release, you'll simply awake anew. Ah, I see. Dangers? As those trapped in the dream rot in the real world, they turn into deranged living corpses here. Unfortunately, the dream accumulates more of such unpleasant lessons each year. As such, it's critical that you avoid attention until you are properly armed with tools to defend yourself. While dying in the dream is a temporary affair, the experience is still horrible, so you must be careful. Magic? In order to invisibly observe you earlier, I used a spirit twig. Simply by snapping the twig in my hand, I'm able to briefly move about as if I were a phantom. In the real world, magic is the providence of charlatans. But remarkably, in the dream, magic is real. I am a novice magic user. You'll want to seek out the filthy wretch to learn more. Guess that's it. I'll let you explore then. The mansion reconfigures itself each night, but you should be able to find me in the study easily enough. I'll leave you with the key to this room and make my exit a different way. Oh, and Nightingale, don't be discouraged if you die. As you have already seen, it's only temporary. It sounds perverse, but death truly is the greatest teacher. See you around. Well, let's see what we got here. These are my items, I think. Ooh, it's a permanent item, a permanent key, a key to the strange bedroom. Occult arts. Find the filthy legend in the occult library. The key can be found in one of the bedrooms in a chest requiring a code. Meet Margaret in the study. Alright. Thing over here. Hardy roll. Healing item. A hardy lyre roll with a variety of seeds provides a nourishing effect that heals over time. I appreciate Albert and Affit's mother is German, but why must she be so German? I simply cannot stomach any more pretzel bread. I'm done being polite. Alright, well, I can stomach all the pretzel bread I want. Sounds delicious. 25 plus health, heals an additional 1% per second for 60 seconds. Scone! Slightly old and dry, but still edible. 35% health. Oh, ghost. Yeah, I don't think that guy wants me there. money. It's obviously a pretty lovely game, this. A bit challenging, but if you know what you're doing, it can be pretty rewarding. Ooh, creepy doll. An unnerving yet harmless child's doll. Placed to clear distraction or draw attention to something. Lucky that you brought these dolls with you, Priscilla. The fire consumed all of my old toys. Had I been more nostalgic when we moved, perhaps they would have been saved. Oh, ouch. Okay. Oh, he's gone. Black scroll, crafting, a quote. A blank piece of parchment, perfect for crafting a spell. Blessia has purchased a great heaping pile of blank scrolls, ostensibly from Egypt. We're going to try to craft a magical spell that will let us speak with our dear dead mother. A silly game, to be sure, but what if it works? Calls up the finger, awfully, the filthy finger of a living corpse. She's calling herself the first witch now. Zombie, call it a patient. Halfling calls up the finger. Cobbling them up with a sheet doesn't cover up the smell, unfortunately. So they have 35 health, their bleeding tolerance is 15, curse tolerance 43, poison tolerance 15, poise is 15, and paralysis tolerance is 15. That's interesting. Spirit twig. A gnarled magical twig, somewhat hot to the touch. Snap it to become a spirit for 5 seconds. Spirits cannot be seen and are completely invulnerable. Whenever I'm cornered or overwhelmed, I just snap the twig and sneak away. Spirit form for 5 seconds. 15 curse damage to caster. Oh, so it's there are dangers to doing this stuff, huh? Yeah. These dolls are just there to draw attention, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's everything. Be sure to search their body. They have to contain valuable items. Books and notes that can be found in the pass menu. Tago, yeah, and they are here. Actually, we can read a lot of stuff. We even have the controls, the stats of our character, the bestiary. We'll be filling this up more. Gate has some of the notes we got from the gate, clues and letters. Not much after that. Let's see here. No, nothing here. Oh, what's this? Perugia. A colorless fog fell upon Perugia. Before the holiday began, the city had 6 barbers, 11 sailors, and 9 dukes. On the following day, 3 dukes drank poison. Next, every duke bisected 1 sailor. Then 3 barbers jumped to their deaths. In Perugia, only a few barbers, sailors, and dukes remained. Oh, this is a number puzzle. Let's see here. So the city has, let's see, so it had 6 barbers, 11 sailors, and 9 dukes. So 3 dukes drank poison. Okay, so that's 8, 7. Okay, so we are left with 6 dukes. Okay, so those 6 dukes babysitted 1 sailor. Okay, so 6. Okay, so that would be. Let's see here. That would be 10. Okay. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5. So 6, 5. Then 3 barbers jumped to their deaths. So 6, 5, and the barbers, that will be 3. 6, 5, 3, I think. No? Hold on. Is it 5, 6, and 3? Huh. Am I doing this long? Hold on. Why do I... Hold on. No, I can figure this out. I always mess up on these. So I had 6 barbers, 11 sailors, and 9 dukes. Okay, so 3 dukes drank poison. That'll leave us with 8, 7, 6 dukes. And the dukes really set their 1 sailor, so... And there's 11 sailors, so that would be 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And let's see, then 3 barbers jump to their decks, to their deaths. that leaves 5 for 3. So that leaves us with 3 savers. I mean 3 barbers. Okay, so it's 3, 5. I think I got it wrong. Okay, so it's 3, 5, 6. There we go. It's the order of the numbers I got wrong. Okay. Occult library key. Key to the occult library. Peter has spent a fortune on these silly old books about how to summon demons to do one's bidding. Not sure what they're teaching him at Oxford, but I thought I was paying for a degree in classics, not 13th century magical nonsense written by some monk with an overactive imagination. Well, I guess he doesn't like that, huh? Okay. Just sneak past you, thank you very much. And go in here. Ooh, first aid kit, healing item. Convenient kit packed with a healing item. 15% health, heals bleeding status effects, heals poison status effects. Warding candle. A holy candle gradually heals curse damage. The longer one stays close to it, the faster it heals. Dispels nearby magical traps. Spirits and enchanted armor cannot pass by while it burns. Really? You found a healing item. Use it from the healing item section. Boss manual. Actually, I do need to use I'll use one of these. I took a lot of taking damage. Yellow wax, clefting occult. Wax colored with crocus. A useful ingredient in the production of spells. Albert, the house guard? Never thought of him as a flower enthusiast. Must be he has a lady love somewhere. Feel sorry for whoever she is. Well, that's not very nice. Unless Robert is an ugly, nasty fellow. In that case, I guess.
A little rat snuck in.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Oh, okay. Dramatic. Maid, Charlotte, offering corrupted finger. Charlotte did always like to help in the kitchen, didn't she? Yeah, she has like some of the same stats as the zombies. Oh, Welch country houses. Mustang House, situated on a hill in Monmouth between St. Ellis Church and Blind Bash Abbey's ruins, has a fascinating and tragic history. Built by coal magnate Alfred Mustang in 1869, the house was initially designed as a country getaway before a series of terrible events led to it becoming the private residence of an American doctor, a coroner clinic, and finally a mental asylum. That's a bit of a morbid history. Ah, there's our friend here. Also, why am I holding this doll? That's not mine. That's not what I wanted to hold on. Then I have a weapon. Yes, I did. Use the shortcut menu, which is LB. Yeah. I'll put some stuff here later. I wasn't expecting to see you so soon. I believe you do well in the dream. Let me give you a little gift. This is an old ring of mine. If you die in the dream, you'll lose most of your items. But some blessed items, like this ring, will survive from night to night. So, tell me about yourself. Father. My father is Dr. Robert Blackett, famed American physician turned Welch asylum owner. Have you heard of the composer Johann Sebastian Bach? He's my father's favorite. Bach was given a near impossible task by King Frederick of Prussia. Devised the accompaniment to a complicated melody on the spot. You see, King Frederick loved to humiliate visitors to his court in this way, by having them fail at something they were supposedly excellent at. Bach completed the task, much to the amazement of everyone in the room. When I first started learning how to play the piano at the age of 8, my father gave me the same challenge. In fact, he gave me that same challenge every day for 4 years. When finally I had learned enough counterpoint to complete the challenge, he congratulated me for taking 4 years to match what Batch had done in a single night. My father always aspired to match the achievements of his heroes. He just never realized that his hero was really King Fledwick, not Batch. Let's see, mother. I never knew my mother. I was born in China in the wake of the Second Opium War. My father says she died in childbirth, but I'm not sure I believe him. I don't think it matters much. The only thing my mother gave me was this face, which was not always an asset growing up in England. My father wishes to pursue a full-time study of the dream. As such, I'll become the only administrator of the asylum. As for the dream, who can say? It has existed for at least 18 years. I suspect it will be with us forever. I only hope my father's research will find a way to banish these wretched living corpses. Well, how about the dream? Dream is okay, you already told me this information. Nothing. Alright. We're still learning stuff about this dream world. We can sit here, I think. If I remember correctly, sitting here actually restores our sanity. Welch country houses. Alfred Marston of Lancaster was born of modest means. He managed to build a coal mining empire after he was bequeathed a small plot in southeast Wales by his uncle. Like many newly rich, Alfred hoped for a more literally aristocratic life for his children. So off went his twins, Peter and Priscilla, to England for a proper education. In 1869, Marston started construction on a country home halfway between the mine and Oxford, where Peter was pursuing a classic degree. There's a lot of history in this house. Let's see here. Oh, a telescope! You found a left-hand tool. Equip left-hand tools in the venue by sense. Oh, I can just... yeah. Okay, so this allows me to see the corridor. The corridor from a long distance. There's I mean, I guess this is a good way to see what enemies are approaching. Not sure yeah, I'm just gonna... yeah. I'd rather be surprised. Let's remove this. And it's a mirror! Lovely. What's in here? Ooh, small cursed snuff box. Artifact. A small snuff box. Rather than containing powdered tobacco, it's full of cursed residue. Open it to become gradually cursed. 1 curse damage per second to wearer. You're not having a equipment line? You can equip it in the class menu. Yeah. So we got rings. An elegant earbury ring. Let me wear this by Margaret Brackett. Let's see. Margaret Brackett, co-administrator of Marston Private Asylum. One learns to be comfortable with loss in the dream, which is a bit odd considering the dream is a place of immortality. So 10 plus max health and 25% plus bleeding resistance. Oh, no, let me take that. Got some nice items here. A sterling reproduction, wouldn't you say? Good evening! I'll introduce myself, but people don't generally wear masks if they want their identity to be known. I have been here so long I can scarcely remember who I was previously anyway. I no longer have the patience to beat back the ever-growing throngs of animated corpses in this house. As such, I have become something of a merchant. I traffic in all sorts of goods, and my inventory is always changing. What good is gold in this nightmare? A coin is a favor saved for later. Well, let's see what you got. Blank scrolls, bandages, gauze for zapping wounds, heals any bleeding buildup and the bleeding status effect. Why are the corpses bleeding? There's no sign of livor mortis. The blood, though, foul-smelling and discolored, flows as if it were in a still living body. Sulfuric acid. Crafting in labs, highly corrosive but ineffective in its current form. With proper equipment, could be turned into a flowable jar of acid. Experimenting with asylum corpses, is that what you've been up to? I'm paying you to demonstrate anatomy, not to tinker with my laboratory equipment. Empty yard. An empty yard with proper equipment can be filled with various liquids. We got blue wax, a flowing knife, an old flowing knife, though it's extremely dull, it can still be used to create a fit in the right hands. It can be picked up and flown again. You forgot where you left it. Well, too bad. I'm not selling you another one. Oh. It's a weapon that has some interesting use. What color were let's see, collection of spells. What color were Mother's eyes again? Were they blue? Do you think they'll be gray when we see her? Because she's a ghost? A variety of medicinal herbs. With proper equipment could be used to produce a healing tonic. Mending a fractured leg is child's play compared to healing the mind, Margaret. Disordered minds must be broken upon the wheel of cold rationality. Ugh, disturbing. Axe. Simple wood, splitting axe. A bit unwieldy, but will leave the recipient of its blows bleeding. Nice. Apprentice's candlestick. A candlestick that appears perfectly normal, however, it has been enchanted to create a small cloud of flames when waved in the air. Though it provides a method to cast a spell with no materials, the damage is low unless used by an expert witch. Oh, the spell though is too much? You're just not weird enough yet, child. Fireworks. An old firework left over from a previous bonfire night. Quite loud, will attract the attention of anyone on the current floor. Ooh, that's 30 fire damage and 100% poison damage. Grandfather clock key. A maintenance key that unlocks any grandfather clock in the mansion, allowing for the time to be set. Grandfather clocks are quite loud. I used the clock chimes to attract all three to the same spot, then had one of my initiate sisters burn them until they had been properly cooked. Ugh. Puzzle oracle, permanent treasure. A dial made of dark stone with Roman numerals etched on its face, found in the Byzantine labyrinth. When faced with a difficult puzzle, one can choose to instantly solve it using the oracle. Unfortunately, the device breaks in the process. As oracles are quite scarce, their price will increase with each purchase. Black glass ring, protective ring. An onyx ring with a painted cross. This was always Anne's favorite form of the cross, and I've hired a man to turn it into a ring so we might always remember her fierce belief. Temple extension, okay. First Explorer ring. An elaborate ring with a small carved stone skull atop an ivory snake. To explore the boundaries of the gleam, one must increase their tolerance for the curse. Hunter's ring. Projectile ring. A copper ring in good condition. A 16th century copy of a ring said to be owned by Robin Hood himself. Peter, look at this fine lot of rings I bought. It says here this one was owned by the historical Robin Hood. Surely he was real, like King Arthur? Oh, may have some basis, in fact, yes. Ruffian ring. Merely ring, a cheap wooden ring covered in blood. It's not skill that makes me effective. It's my irresponsible barbarism. Oh. Well, how about the art? Mustang House used to be so beautiful. The best art was sold to support its brief unsuccessful stint as a cholera clinic. What remains are mostly recreations commissioned by Alfred Mustang that were deemed unsellable at auction. I have a soft spot for these recreations. I think in some cases they're even more beautiful than the originals. Perhaps I've been living in this recreation too long. House. Mustang House has 3 floors, although the second and third floors have been sealed off in the dream. The first floor is fantastically decorated in the antiquated Baroque style. The second floor was where the family lived, and is supposedly even more grand. The third floor is an attic, not somewhere I want to be in the dream, as I'm sure has become a truly wretched place. Below is the basement where the servants' quarters were located. Something's gone wrong with the gas down there, as the lights are all out. If you're curious, you can read more about Mustang House in the Welch Country Houses book. I'm sure there's a copy around here somewhere. The mask? It's a bit dramatic, isn't it? I found this mask in the attic back when it was still accessible. It reminds me of simpler times, of childhood and sunshine. Have you noticed it's always night in the dream? It feels like decades since I've seen the sun. Well, I guess that's all for now. Yeah, I guess the dream is, well, it's quite the place, ain't it? Let's adjust the volume of it. Yeah, man, so a lot of things have been happening here in this location. Creepy stuff, really. But let's continue. Let's see, Black Scroll. This is not a normal place. Ooh, poison antidote healing item. Accuracy effective, activated charcoal potion. Heals any poison buildup and the poison status effect. The stinking dead continually find novel ways to defend themselves. Some of the original Corda pages have begun to spew miasmic clouds that linger in the air. Oh man. Yeah, that's not good. Oh, I didn't know you were here.
Hold still now. Perfect aim. See, child. I love Austin.
Oh gosh.
I failed you.
Yeah, please. Okay, well that escalated quickly. Blue wax, medicinal herb, bandages, and the groundskeeper, Daffy. Corrupted finger. Daffy forgot to set the traps again, and now the hedge maze is positively crawling with vermin. Man, how long does it take for that bleeding effect to actually take effect? Oh, these guys are huge. Empty yarn. Thank you very much. And that goes up the heart. An offering. The enlarged heart of a living corpse. Some of the original Corda victims have grown larger over the years. Their bodies have become twisted and grotesque, almost inhuman. Is the dream forgetting what they originally looked like? Beast zombie, Corda patient. The dream is usually quite accurate, so why are they so hideously distorted and enlarged? Well, that beats me, man. Good question. Why we close that for now? Okay, I guess he came from this room. Welch country houses. Let's see. Alfred Marston was fond. Okay, I'm reading that wrong. Alfred Marston was fond of saying he was an 18th century man born in the 19th century. First, Marston House, while fitted with the latest technology like gas lighting, had a distinctly baroque sensibility. Notoriously thrifty, Alfred filled the estate with replicas of expensive paintings and plaster copies of famous statues. Upon its opening in 1871, early visitors split on whether the interior was beautiful or tasteless. While Alfred was away during the summer of 1872, disgruntled mine workers burnt his primary Murfield Tidale residence to the ground. Worse still, his sister was inside and perished in the fire. Having put nearly all his financial resources into the construction of Marston House, Alfred had no choice but to move full-time into his country house. Other terrible events soon followed. Yikes. Disgruntled, huh? I wonder if he was... Yeah, I guess that's what happens when you don't treat your workers right. At least I assume that's what happened. It's locked. What? Okay, where am I supposed to go then? Well, the areas around here seem to be okay. And I can't open this door. Oh no, now I can. Oh, this is the occult room. Let's see here. Before we do anything. Oh, a new visitor to our dream. How exciting. I don't have a name exactly, but most folks around here just call me the Filthy Ledge. I consider myself a tutor of sorts in the occult arts. You seem like you would make a fine student. Before we get started, I have one small request, which you might find a bit off-putting. I'd like you to believe me a corrupted finger, freshly clipped from one of the undead. Now, don't look so scandalized. You don't even know what it's for. I'd suggest targeting one of the sleeping zombies. I appreciate this is an unusual and difficult request, but I assure you the end result will be worth it. Well, I already have one. Excellent. I won't ask where you got it. Now, what I'd like you to do is eat the finger. Just kidding, pupil. Such body parts are a valuable commodity with many uses in the dream, as in life. You see the stone shrine in this room? A curious ancient thing. Place the finger into its basin to activate it. It will help you remember items you might otherwise have forgotten each night. You'll find shrines like these throughout the mansion. Just as no two people are alike, so are the shrines. Each one will require a different offering to activate. Each new shrine you activate will allow you to remember one additional item. Return to me, pupil, once you have activated the shrine. Alright. The Night Mother remembers. We are her bricks and blood is her mortar. Okay. You unlocked one item remembrance slot. Well, okay, so that means if I die, I'll at least restart the area with one of my items. Well, I might as well do it with this one. Yeah. Yeah, but I need a weapon. I think that's better than nothing. Do I need anything else? No. Guess it's just one per item. Oh, I did what you asked. Our next lesson will be the casting of spells. You may be skeptical about the existence of magic in the real world, but there is no doubting its power in the dream. Hold this blue scroll, focus your attention on the seal, and imagine it breaking while you wave your hand over it. The seal will break, and the magical energies contained within consume the scroll and escape. This blue scroll is a protection spell, giving you an invisible suit of armor that will absorb a few hits before dissipating. There is a price, however. Using magic will cause one to become slightly cursed. The effects are numerous. Glazing of the skin, an increased awareness of paranormal activity nearby. Next, strange and horrific sights previously hidden will reveal themselves. Everyone has a tolerance for being cursed, which, if exceeded, leads to a rather rapid internal rotting process. In that case, use a warding candle immediately to reduce your cursedness. Enough prattle. Keep that spell a try and then see me when you're ready to learn more. Let's see here. Spirits freely in practice. The enigmatic Miles Clayton, researcher into the unexplained, gave us the following 5 fundamental traits of spirits. 1. Typically confined to the room in which they died. 2. Cannot be harmed or manipulated through physical mechanisms. 3. Have been known to assail the living, sometimes causing paralysis. 4. Exercise limited influence over the physical world, i.e. making small objects float. 5. Visible only in mirrors or to those who are highly spiritually attuned. Okay. There's some interesting stuff here. A table for blessing wax. Okay, hold on. Oh, I need to use this. There we go. To class your own spells, you need a grimoire. It so happens I have an extra beginner's grimoire you may have. You can use that table over there to create your spells. Here's a blank scroll. You also need to find some wax. Come see me when you're done. Let's see. So, we can place a hex upon a door. Anyone who opens it will be engulfed in a cloud of cursed energy. The effect lingers for several seconds. The hex is only visible to its creator and can be dispelled with a warding candle. I call upon Marbaz for his skill in the mechanical arts to protect this door. Envelops the caster, see armor spell, envelops the caster's magical armor that will absorb all physical damage until depleted. I call upon Sapnak to furnish me with a suit of protective armor. That's 25 maximum, 15 curse. This one does a lot of damage here. Dummy spell. summons a lifelike dummy of the caster, which will attract enemy attention until it is destroyed. Health of the dummy scales with spell damage. I call upon Laum to assist me in deceiving my enemies. Let's use one of these. One of these and one of these. Thank you very much. I've taught you everything I can for now. To continue your studies in the occult, you'll need to find the first witch in the basement. Here's the east stairwell key. Before heading down, you might want to talk to Margaret Blackett. She mentioned needing something from down there. Be warned that someone has tampered with the gas pipes in the basement. All the lights are out. And the basement is not somewhere you want to be without a light. I see. The basement is not a place we wanna be without a light, huh? I can imagine. You know what? It can't be that bad. So let's see. He mentioned that Margaret Blackett wants to see me, huh? I think she was in one of these rooms. No, not this one. Well, now I'm just man, I don't remember which one it was. Oh, she must be in the study, I think. Yeah, let's see here. Oh, now that you're acquainted with magic, I have a favor to ask. There is a powerful artifact in the mausoleum that may be the key to escaping the gleam. The last person seen there was the butcher surgeon. He's a repugnant man my father hired to help with research in the gleam. I've heard he was seen in the mausoleum recently, searching for corpses to anatomize. He spends most of his time in the basement, studying corpses in the kitchen. As you are much more able to imagine than I can venture. Can you venture down there and see if you can find anything out? Be careful. He's a truly odious and unpredictable man. Also, have you taken a close look at the curio cabinet in the occult library? That's interesting objects in there. Okay. Got some missions to do. Ask the butcher surgeon in the kitchen of a master mausoleum. And investigate the curio cabinet in the occult library. Yeah, that is some interesting stuff. But yeah, I digress. I guess we can go and search down there. Let's see. Bathroom? Bedroom. Oh gosh, how do we even get down there? Actually, no. Before we do that, we need to go to the occult room. Studying, occult area. Here we are. There's a small passage under the curio cabinet. Oh, yes. Okay, I completed that quest. Let's see here. So there's some interesting stuff to be found here. Besides, well, we have a dude here. But I think, if I'm correct, this is the training area. Evasion Codex, permanent artifact. Describes an incantation to decide while dodging. It briefly transforms the caster into a spirit, rendering them impervious to all attacks. She really thinks rolling about on the floor makes her impossible to hit. To dodge and to dodges and rolls, that's a briefly well. Yeah, that one's a bit challenging to use. Actually, let's see. moonless, formless paths connect the past and the present. Light this candle to open a path. So long as you do not leave this room, death will return you to this moment. Yes, please. So this is basically a checkpoint, a temporary checkpoint. Combat training procedure. It is critical. The initiate activate the shrine prior to beginning training. Otherwise, the night will be wasted. For successful training, the initiate should 1. Activate the mirror shrine, 2. Pull the chain to release the training assistant, 3. Engage in combat, 4. Die, and 5. Repeat? Explain to the initiate that if they defeat the training assistant and would like to restart, they can take advantage of the Iron Maiden in the room. Addendum October 1891. As initiates are now barred from using mirror shrines, this training is no longer to be used under any circumstances. I don't know if I should be doing that, but yeah. Well, I guess I could. Ring bell. Yeah, let's ring it. Oh, guess we're fighting big guy over here. Big man on campus. Okay, nice try, buddy. Oh gosh. Yeah, that guy ain't messing around too much, man. Ouch! Oh, I'm getting locked. There we go. That was close. Old wooden shield, left hand. A decorative shield, purportedly Viking in origin. Can block most attacks, although will eventually break. Poise increase effectiveness. Oh, heavy zombie, Coil patient. Offering, cut the hand, cut the finger. Now, here's a proper brute. She got the idea for the shield from seeing Albert, all dressed up in armor. Tactics menu. Fade out attacks by dodging at the last second, then heavy attack to close the distance. 2. Use a yellow dummy spell to create distracting and attack from behind. 3. Briefly hide under furniture to avoid projectiles or charging enemies. 4. Cast a red hex on a door or wardrobe, then place a door nearby to attract attention to it. 5. Use sound to your advantage. If fireworks can gather all enemies to a location of your choosing, running is a good local noise making option if you have nothing else. 6. Tailor the rings you wear to your preferred combat style to maximize damage. Addendum, April 1891. In order to weed out dull initiates, this manual is no longer to be given out. Yeesh, no longer to be given out, huh? That's not very nice. Well, I guess I did it. And I got myself a nice shield for my trouble. Well, let's get out of here. But yeah, I think that will be all for now. Well. That was quite an adventure, wasn't it? Hopefully everyone here enjoyed it as much as I did. So that was part 1 of Withering Rooms. Feel free to check it out on Steam in case if you're curious and want to buy it. I do recommend it. It's a pretty good game. Anyways, this has been Jumbled Up Joseph, aka Joe the Web, and I'll see you all in the next stream. Goodbye, everyone.